Well, CBS 17 is your local election headquarters. More voters in North Carolina say President Biden's age raises serious doubts for them. Then they say the same thing about former President Trump's criminal indictments.
That is one takeaway from a new poll that CBS 17 released in conjunction with Emerson College and The Hill. Capitol reporter Michael Hyland is live for us in Raleigh with a closer look at what else we learned in that poll.
Yeah, another face-off between Trump and Biden would be close here in North Carolina once again. But the poll also took a look at what would happen if it actually was not between the two of them.
The 2024 election is moving toward a rematch from 2020. Former President Donald Trump won North Carolina last time by the narrowest margin of all the states he won. In a new poll we released Wednesday in partnership with Emerson College and The Hill, 47% of voters said they back Trump, compared to 44% for Biden, with the rest undecided. That's within the margin of error.
The presidential race is competitive.
Matt Taglia is senior director of Emerson College polling. They also asked voters about President Biden's age. While he's only a few years older than Trump, 58% of voters said Biden's age raises serious doubts about voting for him, compared to 42% who say it's not a serious consideration. When asked about Trump's criminal indictments, 52% said that raises serious doubts for them, compared to 48% who said it's not a serious consideration. Taglia said attitudes could shift if Trump is ultimately convicted.
And that could drive some folks who otherwise, maybe are on the fence about the merit of the indictments. But once that conviction happens, I think there is a chunk of the electorate who say that's too much.
They also asked voters about other potential Democratic candidates, but neither did as well as Biden against Trump. Trump would lead Vice President Kamala Harris 50-41, and he's up over California Governor Gavin Newsom 49-34.
That nomenclature being the Democratic nominee, that's a pretty big deal. I think that we would see a little bit of shifting at that point.
36% of voters told us that the economy is their top issue, and nothing else really came close. Healthcare and education were number 2 and 3. Rod and Angela.
Michael, we also asked about the governor's race. What did we find out there?
What we found out there is really consistent with what we've been seeing for months and months. On the Democratic side, Attorney General Josh Stein is the clear favorite. On the Republican side, Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson. In both primaries, about half of voters said they were still undecided. However, in every poll we've seen recently, we have not seen the other candidates really gaining much traction in that race.
All right, Michael Hyland live for us. Michael, thank you.